Hello, my name's Scott Perry. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review.
It's a kind of magic.
Today we're looking at a fantastic trick called Permanent Record by Ben Seidman, produced by Vanishing Ink. It is a Vanishing Ink exclusive trick. The TLDR on this is it's so good. When some magic tricks are released and they say they are the ultimate walkaround, this is what they are trying to be. This really is an ultimate walkaround effect. It's a fantastic, fully thought out card trick routine effect. So if that's all you needed to know, then there you go out and buy it. That's the TLDR. But let's get into a few of the details about Permanent Record. What is it? Well, essentially the effect is on the back of every bicycle deck of cards there is a playing card back here on the back side. It's printed there, and essentially this effect is you show them this and you can give it to them to hold if they wish. They select a card very freely, and then when they look at the box, the card has changed from a different card to the card that they chose. So that's essentially the effect. It's a reveal of a chosen card. What do you receive though? You get a very special deck of cards that, although it is completely gaffed, you don't have to use it. Ben does take you through ways of using a completely normal deck of cards that doesn't require the gaff deck, but the gaff deck will make it look more amazing, more clean. It will make it a more direct and I think more magical effect. So I will probably be using this method, but there is, if you want to carry just a regular deck of cards with you, there is a routine where he gives you the ability with the gaffs that are provided to perform it almost impromptu. So that's what you receive, a completely gimmicked deck, a few other gaffs, both for red decks of cards and blue decks of cards. You get 2 of each, which is nice that even though the trick itself comes with a red deck of cards, he includes 2 blue versions if you want to perform it with blue bikes instead. Really nice touch. It also comes with roughly an hour and 20 minutes of instructions by Ben. There's also another segment at the end of it, a bonus segment, because there was someone who created the same or very similar effect years ago, and he has kindly contributed to the project of Permanent Record as well. So that's what you receive, a specially custom printed deck of cards that's really clever, 4 gaffs, 2 blue and 2 red, and then 1 hour and 20 minutes of instructions. How easy is Permanent Record? Very easy. If you're using the gaff deck, it's even easier, I think, in my opinion. It basically, if you're using a deck that comes with it, it basically eliminates any kind of sleight of hand. If you want to perform a more impromptu version with a completely regular deck of cards, then it's still quite easy. I think an amateur, a hobbyist, a beginner card magician could still perform it quite easily. So the skill threshold is fairly low for Permanent Record. Reset time is very quick as well. If you're doing it with the gaff deck, it's the same as if you're going to do it with a regular deck of cards, pretty much. It takes a few seconds, a few short seconds to reset it. It's really not a difficult thing to reset. You could definitely do it between groups of people. Angles are basically non-existent. There's no real angle restrictions or requirements for this. Everything is close up, everything is in the hands. You can perform this completely surrounded. Pocket space is just a deck of cards. As I say, some of the gimmicks that you receive with this, you can add them to a regular deck of bicycle cards, so you don't have to carry the additional completely gaff deck with you, and that is pretty much the amount of pocket space that is going to take up just a single deck of cards. My final thoughts are the same as the TLDR. This is what I would consider an ultimate walk-around effect. It was actually a friend of mine, Michael, who purchased this, and he was telling me how great it was, so I had to buy it, and I am not disappointed. This is so clever, it's so clean, it's so direct, And it is really one of those things that's very magical, and also the magic happens in the spectator's hands. I mean, if you want to perform it that way, you can also perform it in various other ways, and Ben does teach you that in the very comprehensive instructions, various ways of performing this. But overall, this is a wonderful effect for £21 or £22. It's something like that, or I guess 25 US dollars. You cannot go wrong with this. It's such a lovely, well thought out effect, and the fact that they supply you with several gaffs, more than you need, is great as well. I do hope that in my last review I said about magic manufacturers and magic producers offering refills. I do believe there should be, if you purchase this through Vanishing Ink, there should be a way to order refills of this, because you are going to ruin the secret eventually. It will eventually, whether that's days or weeks or months or years, you won't be able to perform this with the original gaffs that you receive. So I do hope that Vanishing Ink and other magic producers start offering refills for effects like this that do require them. Sometimes we ruin cards, sometimes there's a flood in the house, sometimes, you know, someone has really sweaty hands. Like, there's lots of reasons why gaffed cards can become dirty and unusable, and we shouldn't have to buy the same trick again with the instructions, with the packaging, with everything. We should just be able to buy a small envelope of the gaffs so that we can continue performing such fantastic effects as this. That's all I have to say on Permanent Record. I highly recommend this. This is one of the best card tricks I've learned in a while, or when I say best card tricks, I mean best like gaffed card tricks that I've learned in a while. And yeah, I would say if you're not convinced already, you know, watch a few other reviews of this if there's any out there, and I don't think you will be disappointed with this. It's a lovely effect. That's it for today. Hit the like button, leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next review.